just a bit outside.
Hi, Jeff. Yeah, Hannes and myself just watched your video. Well done. Yeah, we were just giggling because we also struggle with the pronunciation of some of the Zulu names because they have this weird clicking sound with their tongue that they do. It's like something like that. So, yeah. So when we have to pronounce those names, is also difficult. Yeah, you talk about the first ammunition or the first things that they killed the people with. It's called an assegai. It's an Afrikaans word. It's an assegai, and then you get then they made the spear. So yeah. He was extremely cruel, and he hated white people. The two guys that you spoke about were two missionaries that he kept on there. But yeah, he hated white people, even with the Boer people, our people, the white Afrikaans speaking. Well, in that time, it was Dutch speaking still. He was extremely cruel. His warriors is called the impies. So the one night the impies went through to the ox wagons, because the voortrekkers, that's what the white Afrikaner people were called that day. That time they would travel through the country in ox wagons. We call it, in Afrikaans, we call it ossewaans. It means oxes and then wagons. That's plain Afrikaans. And the impies went through. The ox wagons were, like always, standing in like a circle, and then the voortrekkers would then be on the inner side of this circle. So the impies came from the outside, and what they would do, they were extremely cruel. He would take the babies and the young kids by the ankles, and he would bash their heads against rocks and the wheels of the ox wagons and stuff. But he was much more crueler with his own people. So yeah, and Shaka also, he replaced Dingaan. Dingaan was the first, well, before him. But yeah, these songs. I'll see if I can find you a song from the movie Shaka Zulu. There was a movie made of him. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll send it to you, Shaka Zulu. There's quite a well-known song in South Africa. If that song starts playing, everybody knows it's a Shaka Zulu song. But yeah, the Zulus are mainly in Natal. That's a province in South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal. That's why it's called KwaZulu-Natal, because there's more Zulus. And the country's previous president, Jacob Zuma, he's a Zulu. Now there's still a lot of havoc, or I say not bad blood, between the Zulus and, for instance, the Venda. Cyril Ramaphosa, he's a Venda. So there's quite a movement going on in KwaZulu-Natal that I'm aware of, that they want to overthrow the current government. And the Vendas is also, Cyril Ramaphosa is also trying to get Zuma into jail. And if that would happen, there would be big war in South Africa, because then it's the Vendas against the Zulus, and the Zulus are quite a number of people. I don't know whether you can recall last year when there was this big riot in South Africa, when they burned down everything, and buildings were burned down and things in South Africa. It was quite a big thing, but it was the Zulus who mainly did that. They burned tires, and they just caused havoc, because Zuma was sent to jail for a couple of days, but then they some weird way they got him out. But yeah, the court case is still against Zuma, but yeah, Zuma would go to jail, he's got quite a number of information against the current government. Cyril Ramaphosa included. So, yeah, it's a story to keep your eye on. But yeah, Shaka Zulu was very cruel. He hated the white men. He hated it. And yeah, as I said, I can say that weapons they used is called a asachai. So the G-U pronounce in the back of your mouth, in your throat. But in any case, let me see if I can find the Shaka Zulu song and the movie, if I can get a trail or something or clip of it, and I'll quickly send it to you. But well done, and thank you.
Just a bit outside.